Hi everyone, welcome to Furen University's self-learning courses. This is Sherry again, and today we're honored and very happy to have Caleb. Woo! He's the very first guest for our series to learn about how Canadians make their living and how do they pursue their passion. And so Caleb has experience working in two different areas or fields, and so we would be happy to do this interview and have him share a little bit about his experiences. I would begin with the question with what is that you do, how long have you been doing it, and what does your workday look like in two of the environments that you're working in? Thank you.
So I'm an actor. Or I hope to be an actor. Part of that job is spending a lot of time not doing that job. It's a very competitive field.
No, I guess I'm kind of curious. So if you're not spending a lot of time acting per se, what would be the prep work? So, in a day, what would you be doing to help prep to line up an acting work, with a theater or with a film company, something like that?
Okay, so the first step in the process of getting an acting job is to audition for something. Mm-hmm. And typically, the way that you hear about an audition or are scheduled for an audition is through an agent. So I have an agent in Calgary, in the city that I live in.
Okay.
And currently, I'm looking to. So the city that we live in it's kind of a small market with a limited number of films that come to shoot here. So I'd like to work more.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at other larger markets. There's two other cities in Canada that have a lot of film going on, Vancouver and Toronto. Mm-hmm. And so I'm currently in the process of looking for an agent out there.
Okay. So I'm kind of curious then. So this is, all of us, we have to send resume after resume. In this case, for you, is line up the agent
what I'm doing.
At the right location, and then you do that. Now, how about other types of, what would you be doing? Other types of preparation? Okay,
so let's say I've got my agent. They've found me a role that's appropriate for me. That's going to be cast soon.
Yeah.
Typically, what they'll do is they'll email me a short section of a script.
Okay.
Mostly. Production companies are pretty secretive with their scripts, so sometimes they'll either cut a short piece of the script and send that off to people so they don't have too much idea about what the whole thing is about.
Okay.
Or they'll write a short piece that they feel would give an idea of the character that the actor could play with.
Okay.
That is not actually part of the script. It doesn't give too many details away about the script. And so I'll receive that email with that information in it, which is called a side.
Okay.
And then my job is to prepare that side, memorize those lines, and look around in it for little clues about what the character might be like, what sort of role they have in the larger production.
Yes.
So I'm often operating with very little information. But then also, directors don't often know exactly what they want. So part of your job is to make a decision based on what you think would be enjoyable or what I think would be enjoyable for me to do or or play. What I would like to bring to a character.
Right. Because it's an art.
Yeah,
so
hopefully.
Nothing. Well,
sometimes it's an art.
Okay. What do you mean by sometimes it's an art? What might be differently?
Okay. Sometimes you'll get on set, or the position that I've been in the past that I'm trying to get out of.
Yeah.
Is playing small roles.
Okay.
In films.
Yeah.
At least in theater, I've had nice
main roles,
yeah. which are great, and that's where you get to have some of your art and your creative say. But sometimes a producer has come to town, or a production company has come to town, right? And there's directors and producers who are looking to cast somebody for a small role to just sort of fill in the background.
Yeah.
And they've got a specific idea about what they want from you. And when someone has a very specific idea of what they want from you as an actor, there isn't a lot of room for you to have choice in what you do. And it can really feel like you can really feel the purposelessness of what you're doing. You really feel like a cog in a machine. Someone will say, okay, now smile and nod. And can you tilt your head this way?
Yeah, almost like doing a commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're in a smaller role, despite being part of the film or theater, perhaps, but you're in a much smaller role.
Yeah.
I see.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's how I felt sometimes. But I think people who are good at it find a way of keeping something that they feel is
true
to them. They do what they wanted to do.
Yeah. So I'd love to come back to this thing about being true to yourself, right? But I guess kind of curious in here because you have studied acting specifically for your degree, right? So would you say having a degree related to what you want to pursue is very important or not as relevant? Like, where do you stand on that?
Man, I think it's not important at all.
Not important at all.
Not at all. At least in the field that like I've chosen. At least in like creative and artistic fields. I don't even have a degree. The program that I took is not a degree program. It was
not the traditionally labeled degree program, but you've had the training, right? Yeah, I think some training is important. Yeah. Caleb, I guess just to rephrase and to make sure I'm understanding you correctly, training in your field, creative arts in this case, is very important. It's essential. But a traditionally defined degree is probably not as relevant. Am I right about that idea in a way?
I think so. I think there's a couple things that are important about training. One is you have the opportunity to be around people who have similar interests. It can be very isolating and trying to do something on your own. Yes. Especially in a field like I'm in, acting, is part of a larger filmmaking. Like if you're talking about acting in terms of filmmaking, it's like one very small part of the whole team of a larger effort. Picture. It's not an individual. Right. Art form. You need other people around. So you need to meet those people. Yes. And that's where the training is essential because it allows you to train the skills, perhaps an approach to how you approach this field, for example, acting. But at the same time, it allows you to meet people, the essential people. Yeah, your friends are the people that you're going to work with. Okay. Yeah. Whether you're an actor or a musician or
in the creative arts, yeah, very much. They're very connected in that way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.